Okay, we are back, and we have the famous Steve Silverman on the line with us, and he's got some pretty good stuff. We've been talking for the past couple of weeks, actually the past month and a half, and he told me about this project he was doing. And my show's about mortgage and mortgage matters, and I was born and raised in Santa Barbara, but I love to illuminate and put a spotlight on our locals, Santa Barbara locals, and what they're doing to make the world a better place. And I think Steve is doing something very cool. Say hello, Steve Silverman.
Hello, Steve Silverman.
Steve,
was too easy.
Yeah, that was easy. I actually had that one coming, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Walked right into that one. So, Steve, you and I have known each other only about a year, right? Year and a half. How did we meet?
Oh, we met because Melissa Borders is a fantastic realtor in L.A. and Santa Barbara, and she was the selling realtor on the house we live in. And I called her up because I had been working with a mortgage broker and having a very difficult time, and I was getting to the point of just calling it quits with him for a refi. And I called her up and I said, Melissa, who do you know who does refis? And she's like, oh, my God, call my friend Guy. And I think the best part of this story, which you'll agree to, is that your office is 1 block from my house.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient.
We're in the same corners. You're just 1 corner up.
That's how cool Santa Barbara is, right? It kind of like just everything's in a very cool zone, positive, and so that was. I remember when you first called, and I pretty much had it all figured out within the first 4 minutes on why the other guy was just being not so smart.
We got jerked around, and I think this happens to a lot of people. It's just I think that he wanted me to buy off on a refi loan amount and process and number that we did not want to buy off on, and we just sort of fought over it for like going on a month. And I thought it was ridiculous. I was like, why am I fighting with you? It's my house. So I called you and I told you exactly what we wanted. You got us exactly what we wanted. In fact, we signed the final papers on my birthday, my 50th birthday morning in Ojai, California. We were there on a trip. And the mortgage broker, the person who had the signer who had to get everything signed with us, she was like actually grateful because I think she came up from Ventura somewhere. So she only had to go to Ojai. She didn't have to come all the way to Santa Barbara. So she met us in Ojai for coffee, birthday morning, signed it all off, and we were good to go.
The birthday present from formerly known Guarantee Mortgage, now Direct Mortgage Funding.
Yeah, it worked out perfect.
So good for you. Okay. Yeah, I loved that transaction only because it went really smooth and very easy. And I took it from another big bank here that wasn't so cool and easy as I am. But what our friendship has evolved, and you were telling me about this really cool pod that you're doing, and it just sounds right. It feels right. It's so tell us about World Gone Good.
World Gone Good is a podcast that I just started 2 weeks ago, and started a little bit before then. I was looking for new podcasts, and I just got to a point of I was like, I can't find what I want. Hey, what if I made my own podcast? What would it be? And I was just like, I need to hear stories about positivity. I need to hear stories about people who make me laugh. I need to hear stories, just people's real everyday people, celebrities, etc. And I started recording with friends, and it went up 2 weeks ago, and the first 4 episodes are up with some bonus content. I put up 1 to 2 to 3 new episodes every Wednesday, and it's on Apple, it's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's on Pandora, it's everywhere. And it's just to give you 20 to 30 minutes. I like a podcast that I can do a run to in the morning, nice and early, before anybody's out and about. And I like it to be about 30 minutes because once we hit the 40-minute, I'm like, I got it. There's podcasts I love, and they hit an hour. I'm like, killing me. So it's just 20 to 30 minutes of just feel-good stories. It's also just people doing really incredible things. I'm talking to everybody from a vegan baker to a guy who gave up his entire life and moved to Hawaii to become a farmer. And then I have some celebrity friends from all my years in LA, and the very first podcast is with Faith Saley. She's a correspondent on CBS Sunday Morning. She's on NPR, and she tells a ridiculously funny story about her children. And it's just stuff to make people feel good, and just remember that, it's kind of dark right now at times to a lot of us, but I think if we just focus on the positivity and the good, it's out there. You just got to look for it.
And that is so true, Steve. That is so true. You got to look, it is all around you, and the beauty is there, the positivity is there, and it's a shame that we have to look for it because most of the time it is there, but now that we're in this space, there's something gratifying about it, right? There's something really gratifying about, hey, let's hold a positive attitude. Let's let's go positively forward into the night, into the day, wake up positive. I mean, it makes life so much better. It really does. I really believe that. I turned my phone off, man, but something's wrong. It's just not going off.
Oh, I don't know if you heard my drag racer that just went down Islay. Hoping you heard him.
No.
The speed limit for anyone in Santa Barbara of Islay is 195.
Yeah.
It says 25.
Yeah.
Well, you do whatever speed you want.
Now my dog's walking around that neighborhood, so they better know. But I'm looking forward to hearing one or two. So now, like you can forward me one or two of your podcasts, right? So I can listen to them.
Of course.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's called World Gone Good, Steve Silverman. And
that's right.
Tell us again where we can find it.
You can find it anywhere you listen to a podcast. Most people listen to iTunes podcasts. You just type in World Gone Good. It's on Spotify. It's on Pandora. It's on this thing called Stitcher. It's actually on Amazon Music. We just got approved through them. So you can find it anywhere that you enjoy a podcast. And if you just want to take 20 to 30 minutes and smile or laugh, and yes, we do hit a couple of deeper stories and deeper people. There's a friend of mine coming up in 2 weeks, Mary Edwards, who had a very difficult time with a racist event that happened to her in New York City, but it is the positive that came out for her on the back end of it. And so that's what I think we all need. So yeah, check it out, iTunes, called World Gone Good, and it's free. And
it's free.
There's no ads. You don't even have to listen to an ad. I don't have a sponsor. It's just me.
Oh, that's cool. Well, if it's free, it's for me. That's what I say.
Right.
Well, Steve, I'm so glad that you took the time to call in and tell us about World Gone Good. I do have one good feel-good story I'll share with you one day. How I saved some old lady, some lady's life, and it was on Christmas, around Christmas time. It was something like out of a movie. I couldn't believe this was going on, but I'll let you know about that story, and maybe you'll use this. It was just so surreal, I couldn't believe it. But we'll get together another time. Right now, I got to let you go, and we're going to move into our next segment. Is there anything else you'd like to say about World Gone Good?
No, just that I appreciate you for plugging it, and thank you for all you do. You spoke about me, I think, 2 shows ago. I'm one of the people who got the letter in the mail from the bank saying, "Would you like this free refi?" in the middle of you making a refi happen for me, and you and I had a long talk about it, and I went with the bank's free deal because it's what we needed at the time. So,
and it was a better deal.
Yeah,
it was the same rate. It was the same rate at free of charge. Hey, I don't, it would have been lame for me to say, no, go with me and pay fees. Come on.
No, exactly. And I appreciate that. So, but like I told you, we'll get back together on another one. And I appreciate you so much, and have a great rest of your show.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you so much. Give my best to Jim and the family, and you take care, buddy, and we'll see you soon, okay?
Okay, I appreciate you. Thanks, man.
Bye-bye. Anyways, we're going to take another quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about forbearance. We're going to talk a little bit more about the positive things in life, because I feel positive right now that I spoke to Silverman. Right? It's just like that effect that guy has on people. You're listening to Guy Rivera, Mortgage Matters. I am your guy in the mortgage industry. We'll be right back.